legally demanding uniformity of religion throughout a nation or civil state, denies the civil and religious, and denies the principles of Christianity and civility, and that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh. To be blunt, forced worship stinks in God's nostrils. It is upon this belief that I founded the state of Rhode Island and started the First Baptist Church in this country. Both of these events were tied together, so let me explain how they came about. I was born in England in 1599. I studied law at Cambridge University, and after graduation, I was ordained as a priest in the Church of England. I met Puritan teachers while at Cambridge and soon accepted their strong dislike for the teachings and services and hierarchy of the church, so much so that I left England and set sail for America in 1631. This was a year after the Puritans founded the city of Boston. 3 months after landing on these shores, I moved to Salem with my wife Mary and became a church teacher there. I did not like the dictatorial rulership in the Puritan community. So that summer we moved to Plymouth. And we tried to fit in with the folks known as pilgrims. I was able to remain there for 2 years until I offended the overlords in Boston by saying that they had no jurisdiction over the minds of men. For who is to decide who truly fears the Lord? The magistrate has no power to enforce religious demands. The laws of the first table of the Ten Commandments are not regulations for a civil society or political order. They belong to the realm of religion, not politics. I insisted that neither church nor state should persecute the heretic or the atheist. I insisted that everyone, even Jews, Muslims, and anti-Christians, be peaceable, quiet subjects, loving and helpful neighbors, fair and trust dealers, true and loyal to the civil government. For the expression of these opinions, I was put on trial in 1635 and ordered to leave Massachusetts. When the authorities came to arrest me, I left my home, I left my family, and all in the dead of winter. I was in the wilderness for 14 weeks. By the end of it, I didn't know what the words bed or bread even meant anymore. I went to stay with some Indians that I had befriended in the previous weeks leading up to my expulsion. That following summer, 4 men joined me, and together we started the town of Providence Plantation. We were able to establish friendly relations with the local Indians and bought land from them on which to settle. The King of England, however, falsely granted land that did not belong to him, but we bought the land because it was right. An Indian war broke out the next year, and I was able to make an alliance that saved the lives of the people who kicked me out of Massachusetts. They expressed their appreciation for what I did for them, but they refused to welcome me back into their communities. My new settlement thought highly of allowing freedom of conscience to all who joined us. This brought in many new settlers, some of which were Baptists. After discussing religious ideas with them, I was baptized in 1639 and led this group to start the First Baptist Church in America. Like another Baptist leader before me, John Smith, I kept my heart open for God to fill it with more light and truth. I soon left the Baptist fellowship and became a seeker, otherwise known as independent. After seeing all the errors and abuse in church government, I concluded that the church that Christ had started and the apostles continued ceased to exist. No person is qualified to administer any of the church ordinances such as baptism or communion, nor will there be until new apostles are sent by Christ himself, for whose coming I am seeking. In the years that followed my independence from church, I went to England and secured a charter for the towns of Providence, Newport, and Portsmouth. These became the principal cities of the colony of Rhode Island. The 1663 charter of the Rhode Island colony stated that no person within said colony at any time hereafter shall be in any wise assaulted, punished, disquieted, or called in question for any differences of opinion in matters of religion, but that all and any persons may, from time to time and at all times hereafter, freely and fully have and enjoy his and their own judgments and consciences in matters of religious concernment throughout the tract of land hereafter mentioned.